Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am newtmechanist, and tonight we are going to be playing Missing Children, a Chilla's Art game. It is amongst our listing of spooky games. Hey there, Right and Sonic. It is indeed time to enter the cat tricks. Speaking of the kitties, we have Ember in her favored spot, as well as Sammy in hers. It is, of course, nap time at this point. Oh, we have Mason creeping onto camera, as well as Sky passing through. How is everyone doing tonight? Beverage. Well, in any event, hopefully everybody is doing well. I said it is a spooky game night. I've been working to get all of the machinery in place so that we can do this properly. Switch on over here so you can see what we're getting into. Now, this is supposedly a longer Chilla's Art game, more akin to like our Parasocial, with a couple of different endings. It seems to be a bit of a potentially a murder mystery or a kidnapping kind of thing. Not sure, but all of the Chilla's Art games have some spookiness to them. If it does end up running short, I'll figure something out. But otherwise, let's get into it. Such big pixels they have. Let's see, hello. Sato, it's been a while. Oh, hey, long time. He's even got a... Man, that's not even a flip phone. This should have 3D walk around as a key mechanic. That looks like one of the old style that is like puffy body with the keypad in the screen, like one unit. That's right. No aliases were anteed in this. Hey there, Barbed Wire. Good to see you again. Yamada, was it? Yep, that's my name. I heard you became a bully detective. I've heard that used before. Internet, tell me what the word means. Well, most of the uses of that word in the first part of the search page are this game. Yeah, I have no idea. It's a mystery. I can understand your decision, especially after the incident. I feel for you. Inexplicable space before quotation mark. But that's why I wanted to talk to you about this. I find it hilarious how many old devices are becoming, like, fashionable again. I mean, I know that happens with fashion, but it's things like people discovering the concept of landlines again as if it's this amazing new possibility. what was the joke about it? If only there was a single number you could use to call a household and then just anybody could answer it. Since you didn't really care which person actually answered the phone, you just needed to make sure somebody at the house answered the phone. That way you didn't have to worry about figuring out who wasn't on their phone. And the person looks to the young speaker, that's a landline. I spilled my beverage. What was another one? Somebody walks into a computer store and a guy at the counter has a 3.5-inch floppy for a coaster. And the kid points at it and says, "Hey, look, they have a coaster shaped like a save icon." I believe you can help us out this time because of what you've been through. I'll explain the details in person. Be waiting at Nekonome. Nekonome. I guess they're probably wanting to meet in person, because the resolution of this image is uh, a metaphor for the signal quality, or is meant to show the signal quality. I'm waiting for zip drives to make a comeback. All right. Standard camera moves. We have an inventory and a flashlight. Some really, really loopy movement. Let's just wow. That interface gets nice and blurry. Okay, that'll do though. We'll have to wait for Laserdisc. Now, there are chunky Chilla's art textures. Good old Isilop station. Action. Thanks for coming, Sato. So, to put it simply, 3 junior high school students went missing. But we're suspecting that it's not a case of kidnapping. One of the kids' parents overheard their conversation of meeting up on the day they went missing. Funahashi should be able to help you out. He can be quite the bad mouth, but don't be too harsh on him. He should be taking a break at the back there. And one more thing. The way that guy is, like the way they've got that model idol animating, you just expect that he has that really deep, like audible breathing. He's looking slightly up, and look at that. Look at the full chest motion. You're getting like whole shoulders into that breathing. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of spooky we're gonna get. Given the fact that we're walking around in the dark with like a wobbly camera, I'm hoping for something. Oh, the character art from this studio tends to be pretty unsettling. Oh, oh, oh! Those aren't human animations. That's that's a creature wearing a human suit animation going on there. An Egger suit. Ah, oh! Don't talk to me so abruptly. I thought my heart's gonna stop. So you're the detective Yamada was talked about. Yamada. Beat you to the old movie quotes. Not really a detective. I mostly just help out struggling kids in schools. Then people started calling me bully detective. Okay. So that's what they're referring to. Well, whatever it is, I find it very hard to trust a woman who looks so frail to take on a mission like this. Sexist. Pause. Anyhow, Yamada told me to a lot more about these kids, these kind of things more than us officers. Awkward sentence. Have any clues? Let's see. According to the missing kid's friend, he saw one of the girls communicating via private online chat. And that girl is Mizuki. So let's go to her house first. If you're really willing to help us out, that is. Ah, that walk animation, though. Oh dear. We're going to get in the Islop car? See, it's police on this side, but they just mirrored the texture. Where are you going? Huh. Let's snoop around a little bit. It's like Clunk Cola, taste of your life. Bottled water, indeterminate beverages. Definitely not Coke. Man, flashlight does nothing over here. Oh, speaking of, forgot to set the atmosphere. Just a second. No, I was hoping that would work, but all right. Running over to push buttons. One of my control arrays is broken, so I'll figure something out. There we go. There we go. This isn't the right way. I had to turn the lights off. It both helps with the screen glare and, sets the atmosphere. The scuff begins already. Luckily, you guys can't see it. Well, you can perceive it, of course. There we go. There we go. It's working, if at least briefly. There's a lot of side to side in this walk animation. Huh. Yeah. This is the bloom effect. Nope, nope. I wonder if they're meant to be farsighted. Yeah, I kind of get that impression, actually. Because if I get right up close, he's very blurry. No, it might just be a model texture thing. Or he's got some sort of distortion field around him. Keeps us from actually discerning his features with any detail. Oop. Onward. Onward we go. Doing a little dance back there. Like a little dance. Let's investigate. Oh, okay, okay. It's one of that kind of mask. Okay. It didn't look like a mask as I was approaching. This windmill toy is weird. No matter how I swing it, it never turns. This isn't so fun. I mean, it doesn't help that the kid's built like a Stretch Armstrong. Like, it's like Gumby. We gotta look around some more, see if there's anything else unsettling in the area. Okay, they've got a you're getting out of range darkness thing going on. Up, 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 up. It's that weird little dance he's doing. Just walk up to the poor kid. Ooh, oh, look at that one. I mean, maybe it isn't a mask. Maybe that strap is just his hair. Is the flashlight flickering out? Now the real question, is that March 7th? Or July 3rd? Oh. Okay. Clearly those stairs are far too steep. It's that last one, that double tall one. It's outside of code, so she refuses to walk on it. Do, 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 do. It's like there's a layer over top of it, like that we're actually able to see the laminate on the poster, you know. The flashlight doesn't do much. It has the look of the kind of flashlight mechanism in a game that is just, it's a bright circle that you put over top. Like that circle is just like a lighter texture circle that you can slap on top of something. It's how a lot of top-down games do the circle of light around you. Is that it just ends up being the circle of shadow, and they just stretch it or shrink it as necessary. Done snooping on their lawn. That's right. That's right. Like things like Half-Life for the flashlight. The only thing that is brightened is the thing that the texture falls on. It doesn't actually project light. Oh. Melded right through the door. Who are you? What do you want from me? You're here from Mizuki. She's not here, so there's no point of coming inside. Mizuki's gone, and I can't be bothered right now. Oh, okay. You killed her, and you've got her body inside. I see. I see. I can't be bothered right now. I am not suspicious. Can you please go away? You're not even the police. Who do you think you are? It's got to be that they've got his pants up a little bit higher, because the It feels like his arms are a little bit disproportionate. We saw this in the parasocial game. When you get within a certain range of them, they react to you in slightly incorrect ways. It's very uncanny valley. Watch. He's looking down, like his gaze is falling down below. I mean, are they implying that he's staring at our chest? Is our next voice line going to be, "My eyes are up here"? Would you like to go? Would you come with me? Well, I'm not good at this kind of thing. Please? She won't talk unless it's the police. Fine, I guess I can do my job. Don't blame me if anything happens. It's like a creature in a human suit. Got this sort of floppy walk. Yeah, see, canonically, I'm actually in the game. Ah. We have switched to nostril cam. You again. Oh, it's like you brought an actual police officer this time. Still, there's no way I'd let you in. Too bad. We can't help it. For the time being, let's go to Akiko's. Think she's coming out anymore. If only I had something that can convince her. One more time. Third time after the first time is the charm. I feel like we keep going to places where nobody should be surprised that kids went missing at. The next house is going to be at one of those abandoned train tunnels. Newspaper Article 1. Could it be domestic abuse? A death of a middle schooler in town on September 14th. Takumi Sato, age 12, was found dead in Nagoya City, Aichi Prefecture. With numerous wounds on his body, police suspects his parent, a single mother, might have been the culprit. Right here, you can see at the corner of the vision the little shadow spots. I'm guessing it's like a family that maintains a shrine. Are they here or are they there? Let's look at the shrine first. I mean, the texture on it is really distorted. Wants me to offer something. But I got nothing. Now, supposedly this has two endings. I suspect it's a you solve the mystery or you don't kind of thing. Walkie-walkie. Yeah, I agree. It's we do have this sort of vibe of oh, almost everybody be creepy. It really looked for a moment like she was wearing a mask that was a big disc with a face printed on it. It still kind of looks like that. Hello, I am regular human. Greetings, fellow human. Would you like to go ingest food and talk about cars and whales? Please, don't scare me like that. I thought I was going to strain my back. What are you looking for? I apologize for interrupting. My name is Sato. I've heard Akiko has gone missing, and I'm trying to gather evidence. May I have a look inside the house? Is Akiko okay? She was acting very strange lately. I mean, I think her bigger concern is what she's standing in right now. I mean, I feel like we should be worried that we're standing in the same stuff. Because she's sliding back and forth inside of it. As if there's some sort of platform or similar underneath her. I'm anxious now. Please find Akiko. I believe in you. And of course, take a look inside the house as much as you like. Man. I don't know if they do the animations this way on purpose, this studio. But it really does. It's straight into Uncanny Valley. They kind of look human. But the way they move is definitely off, and they tend to be doing like they do things reminiscent of things that people would do. Like she's walking around the garden, but she's pretty much literally walking around the garden, as if the creature knows that a person would like move around a garden doing garden stuff, but they don't understand what doing garden stuff is. Click. Ba, ba, ba. Wow. They like their cup noodle. Just about as much as they like their mold, I guess. I feel like I shouldn't be breathing in this building. Yeah. Like, the implication is that this is like a ready-made meal, maybe from a convenience store. But I feel like the saran wrap on top of it, like the plastic wrap on top, would probably burst and emit some sort of noxious gas. This is a strange place. Locked. Maybe the grandma knows something. Oh, yeah. Clearly something wrong with the steps again. See, those aren't furrows in the garden. Those are the trenches that she's worn with the way she's walking. It's hard to tell. Maybe it's just really intense moonlight. Yeah. Hey, Akiko's room was locked. Do you know where the key is? How would I know? Let's see. I think I saw something that looks like a key around here. I can't quite remember where, though. I mean, ma'am, should we be calling someone? Do you need help? Aimlessly shuffle around the garden if you need help. Ah. Disturbingly ramshackle shed, also locked. Contains a few open top jars. Would like to pick up. Eesh. There we go. See, I had to get further away to pick up the key. That was the trick. That's how it works. Your telekinesis can't function at such a close range. Won't question the key that was out behind the shed. It would seem so, Okami. I mean, I feel like the kids are less lost and more fled their circumstance because they're living in places like this, it would seem. Maybe. A luggage. There are terrible graffiti on the bag. How dare they? Okay, so this is implications of bullying then, as somebody has like ruined her bag, you know? All right, we're seeing the targeter for closing the kitchen door through the wall. Okay. Storage key. Is that meant to be like a sliding glass door, or does she have some sort of refrigerated storage in her room? Hello? Silence. May I ask who's calling? Although faint, I can hear someone singing. Why did it get darker? Well, that's a good sign, I'm sure. Von something. Mega. Anybody ever see the old Captain N the Game Master cartoon? Ooh. Hey, kiddo. Oh, didn't see you there. What's wrong? Do you know where your mother and father are? They? Hmm? They're not? When will they be back? What's that in your hand? Dog. I mean, we can see a dog on whatever it is. What? Dog food? Why do you have that? Why don't you come down? You're asking the kid to give up the high ground. Why would he do that? Maybe she doesn't want to talk to me anymore. But she isn't too scared, just kind of lifeless. Officer Slenderman there. Wow. That's a two-handed sickle right there. It is sturdy. Seems as much like it would be used to club what you're harvesting more than to, sever it. Okay, we got a charm now. Got a bit of an adventure game vibe to it so far. Find the thing, use the thing. Up. Thing. Oh, okay. The lucky charm is not for the a shrine offering. I guess that makes sense. Maybe if we give the charm to the kid. In the now inexplicably darker house. Oh, no. Nope. Hearing that radio turned on again was like, ugh. Look at the shadow on the wall. We are not present in the room. Only the thing we're holding is. Let's go talk to the grandma. Dude, I want to check something. Yeah. What does that correspond to? You go in here. There's the stairway. Where does that stairway go? Like... There's some real TARDIS stuff going on there. Like, maybe there's an entryway. Like, maybe this whole thing is entryway, but then upstairs would be, like, maybe a 3-foot crawl space? Grandma, go. This is a really... There's a lot of weird going on. Because, yeah, look. This is... Yeah. Weird. Anything else I can touch? Oh, where did the old lady teleport off to? It is an unsettling location. Saying it's these Chilla's Art games have a lot of uncanny valley to them, where things are just a little wrong as far as the settings and the people. And some of it, of course, you can chalk up to design resources, let's say. Like, it's clear they don't have a whole art team. It's reasonable enough, but yep. Because you look at like the scenery here. I mean, the trees are a little kind of low poly, but it still works. Everything still looks right. The house looks like an old kind of ramshackle building, kind of put together ad hoc, but you go inside and it's not the same building. The children have that weird sort of lumpy doll kind of look to them. I'd swear this police officer's arms and hands are like two, even his feet, setting aside the fact that he's levitating. Um, it's like his limbs don't match. Oh, Mizuki's charm. Okay. Where did you find this? This is Mizuki's precious charm. I see. I guess I have no choice. If it's for Mizuki. Okay, okay. Go to the other house, find the charm that was in the storage shed. Oh. Guess we're just going to leave our shoes on. It's like Mizuki had a boyfriend. They look very happy. Her boyfriend's name is... Would it be Seiichiro? Seems like you need a password to access it. Just gonna... We're just gonna take a moment before we go towards that sound. The second little antenna radio. I was not expecting the stairs when I exited. Oh, we can climb these. Strange reflection. Mother's room. Please break up with me. I regret dating Seiichiro. It's embarrassing to tell everyone. Seiichiro doesn't have the money or the brain. You can't do sports, right? I don't need you in my life. My mom says she should break up with you. Mizuki. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Quit it. Oh, why are you in my room? And did I tell you you can go into my room? Whatever, come to think of it, Mizuki's been meeting up with her friends recently. I think the last time she went out was with Kaine's house. Definitely some translation hitches here, making it a bit awkward. Why don't you go there instead? Box of masks. Man, you're creepy. Oof. I mean, she's wearing like stiletto style heels on this nice floor. Ah, all right, another strange creature. Hey, hey, how's it going? Just pulling weeds. Okay, it explains his posture and the hand forward, but he's just staying with that posture. Again, it has that vibe of somebody who has seen people doing this, but doesn't understand why they're doing it. It's one of those sad facts that when Luffy gets really old, his rubber powers are going to make him look extra strange when all of his skin gets like really saggy. Like he'll look like an old garbage bag just draped over. This place looks like a mess. I agree. This isn't even my place. Then who are you? I'm just a random guy hired by the guy who lives here. I keep getting complaints, though. I work too slow, they say. Why don't you just not do it then? They pay me well. How much? 100 yen an hour. I'm not certain on the current exchange rate, like exactly, but I mean, that's not a lot. Isn't that like, that's under $2? I know it's not quite like 100 yen to a dollar, but that's under $2 an hour. Long pause. Well, anyway, I want to get my job done fast. I have something for you if you bring me something that can make my life easier. He's got a green pinwheel. The strange little kid dancing in the alley by Mizuki's house had a red pinwheel. Oof. The exchange rate has gotten worse since the last time I looked. Or better? No, worse. Vote Guy. Melty Girl. Or just the top half. Let's see if we can walk up the creepy forest path here. Creepy forest path first, then creepy stairway. Little hints of light now and again. Okay. Model overlap. The tree was placed too close to the wall. Yes, new place. This is Akiko's house? No, Kaine's house. Clothesline. Not familiar with that barbed wire. Knock, knock. No one's home. But is the door unlocked? Okay, can we take the sickle? Look at his proportions. Weird. Everybody seems like they're like somebody grabbed him by the hips, like thumb and forefinger on the hips, and the other hand on the torso, and like stretched up a little bit. Little hunched shoulders, like the torso's a bit too long, the arms are a bit too long. The head seems a little bit too small. What do you guys want? Kaine's gone missing. Do you happen to know anything about it? I'm also troubled by it. I've no idea. Well, you might find something in the house. Please come take a look. Like, this is the way up to his house. Steep, overgrown path to overgrown, like, crude stairs. We were saying earlier, they move like they're a creature in a human approximate suit. It matches the animations, you know? People have Ugh. Just newspaper article number 2. It was suicide. The single mother grieves. A police investigation revealed that the cause of death of Takumi Sato, found in Nagoya City, Aichi Prefecture, on September 14th, was in fact a suicide. The mother, who had been working hard as a single mother, wept in tears. That doesn't line up very well with the description of the state of the body. Snacks. Apparently, the GeForce Experience overlay has kicked in. I was confident that I had fully turned that off, but apparently not. There we go. It interfered with application focus. Seriously, do you not have lights? I'm telling you, a creature in a human suit. He just drank that with his eye. He's pouring it into his eye. It, it's one of those, I kind of don't want to know what they look like under that suit. Sort of strange creature are they? Tour 2005. Like, it's a very basic anime poster, but what's the thing over his shoulder? Kind of, it kind of looks like a very shocked and elongated, like, squeezy stress toy. Rubber chicken would also be apt. It's locked. So the screaming chicken toy is an actual thing? Okay. We have snacks now, and we have a box of masks. Ha! I was not aware. Okay, we have a box of masks. Are these like, like, you know, safety facial covering masks? Thanks. Now my family can live in peace. Yeah. I don't get what's so good about this toy, but here you go. I don't remember him saying he wanted some masks, but hey, he's got some masks now. I don't know. It's here. Let watch. Oh no, he vanished. It's like he was doing a little dance. I mean, maybe he had to go real bad but was holding it, or he had to go bad and he didn't hold it. Now I can take the sickle, a disturbingly large sickle. Like here, it looks like, oh, it's regular sized. But here, let's get right up next to him. It's almost as thick as his arm, that handle. And it seemed even bigger before she picked it up. Take this to the old man. Oop, oop, oop. So that he might weed faster. Thanks. Now I can live. I don't have any money, but here's a toy I found on the ground. It should come in handy. Trust me. Okay, well, we got a green one. Now we will go to... We'll go back to Akiko's house. And we'll try giving the snacks to the kid on the steps. mean, he also thinks that 100 yen an hour is like a really good deal. So maybe he doesn't have a conception of how money for labor works. You know, he thinks getting paid less per hour and working fewer hours is good pay. I need the dog food you're holding. If you'd like, could you exchange it for these snacks? Okay. Thank you. Hey, by the way, I don't see your grandma around. Okay. Okay, that's an... You know where she went? Um, we don't have a grandma. Well, that's disconcerting. And that sound. Ugh. Even seeing the kid there on my left when I came out was like, ugh. Bracing for that old lady to pop out at me now. What good is the dog food? Is the implication that it's like a little fox statue at the shrine? I don't recall seeing like a dog or a dog bowl around. Dog food. Look at the happy pupper on there. Can I... Yeah. I get the feeling getting all those little pinwheel toys has got to be maybe a good ending precondition. Wait, we don't go to... Oh, there's the first newspaper article. So, here. Was found dead. Numerous wounds on his body. Okay. I guess they're asserting that they were self-inflicted. But still. Okay, around Mizuki's house? Perhaps some sign of dog there? The lighting is so unreliable. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Ah, okay, doghouse, doghouse. Okay, okay. Uh, It did not seem like the food would help. Hey, doggo. He's still breathing. Okay, that's good. I guess he's just old. I mean, the dog's a little less unsettling than the people, but still. It says something when the dog is like the most plausible creature that we've encountered, despite having encountered many people. What was that? I can't open it without a key. Was that supposed to be, there's a type of yokai that is a man-faced dog. Is that what that was? Oh man. And I don't want to follow it. Because we might find it. The layout of this place. So you have main building, a little gap that leads into a door, more building into this little U-bend. It says strange non-Euclidean geometry. Okay, we need another key to open the thing that the creepy dog creature found for us. Don't have a password yet. That's possible, Abaddon. So many strange creatures so far. You almost want some really weird creature to appear, you know? One of those one-eyed, one-legged umbrellas with a mouth kind of thing, something like that to trot around the corner. It would ground everything else, you know? Get something really weird and strange. Contextually make everything else less weird. Okay, we have no other items right now. Strange man eye drinking his beverage. Almost like a little mechanical music box sound in there. Maybe it's sort of a old-timey piano, like a player piano kind of sound. Under the static. Seem to be Kaine's house, but let's look around a little further in this area. Almost got a bit of that sort of all the places that we're visiting are the haunting, as opposed to they're not haunted, they are the haunting themselves. So, you know, like the house isn't real the way it looks. All these places are long abandoned. A nice parking area, easy access to a hedge. Very important factor in real estate is if you have a door that leads directly into the hedges. It's convenient. Care if it's the wrong house. This is an adventure game. Take everything that's not nailed down. I might need to use a monkey as a wrench. Way to the shrine. Remember the big TV in here, but maybe it was and I just overlooked it. Let's go back to the police station. The spot that we haven't revisited. Oh, Pearman. Are you okay? Not really. What happened? I don't know, just very tired. I'm so tired I don't even want to look at you. The thing is, I'd forgotten to buy some booze. Stores around here close early, so if you and your police friend want me to go away, please bring me a cold one. Okay, he wants beer. I don't know why we would need him to go away, but I want to save. Huh, okay. Mechanics. Where we found Officer Slenderman there. Kitty. Let's check kitty cameras. About that one. We're doing good today. We're playing a game that is as much unsettling as scary. Everything's really weird. Really, really weird. Like checking your inventory, you know? Every now and then you got to rotate over and see how many cats you've still got. Um, well, the guy's drinking something at Kaine's house. You know, if you need anything. Do you have spare booze? No? Okay. I mean, gotta have your priorities, you know? Well, thanks for joining us, Barbed Wire. Sky shifting around up there. Really is cute. They all settle in for a nap when it's stream time. Stretch my arms a little bit here. Was catching up with some Final Fantasy 14 recently, and it has it is starting to wreck my hands. So I make sure to stretch those arm and wrist muscles a bit. The click targeting is unreliable. Maybe it won't let us touch that picture twice. Lady, are you concealing booze in your room? No? No, Abaddon. It's the opposite side of the car. It's spelled in the right direction, or it's written in the right direction. It looks like they just used the same texture on the other side of the car. So instead of them flipping the text and keeping the rest of the texture the same, they just used the same one on both sides. So you get one side reading backwards. Okay, this was the place with the dog with a person's face. Boxes, garbage piled up. Go into those doors. Wait. It's got the marker, but I can't touch the doorbell again. Let's look around Akiko's. Yeah, see, I think some of it is intentional. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there's some plants there. And I think these are plants here, but this don't look like plants. This looks like smeared text. Huh. Wasn't there when the old lady was around. The old granny who isn't the old woman that actually lives at this house, apparently. This place definitely has an abandoned house vibe. I don't know why we would need to make the guy go away at this point. Missing something. Missing something. Actually, no. Let's go to Kiko's. Go back over to the shrine, see if there's anything other than the pinwheels that we've been putting there. lanterns. Other than the pinwheels. Guessing it has to be something at at Kaine's place. Now that we've talked to that guy waiting back there. Kane. The Kane. And so walk strangely off of the steps and drop there. And keep an eye on those kitties. In case you get some more movement. For whatever reason, I keep thinking I hear movement in the game, you know? Like footsteps or something. Let's go to Connie's house. It's the only one where you can go into kind of a kitchen living area that isn't, like, covered in muck. Well, there are certainly a lot of kitty clips. I mean, all of them have cats in them. I will often not choose it unless there is a cat visible. Hmm. Nasty, like, shop sink there. Hmm. Go that way. See, if you look at this side, it's police. So if we go to the other side, it's lined right up. So this side was the side that the texture was made for. So let's see if we can spot a telltale. No, I think it's just the text part. Everything else is like a unique image. With a lot of cats, a big thing is approaching slowly and letting them like approach you if they want. The whole hold your hand out, palm down, and let them sniff, and also being aware they might just run off. Horror movie. Game. Walk to Mizuki's. See if we can find something around here. It isn't Officer Creepy. That's right. Sherbet is still really skittish. Like any movement can still startle him. I actually saw that during the last time we streamed when I have no idea what it was. I didn't hear anything or see anything, but he just bolted upright and leapt off camera, like from a sleeping position, launched up, scrambling sideways. Yeah, Sherbet is getting comfier, but he'll still easily get startled, and since he's a real climber, like he'll leap over, stick onto a cat tree and scale it fully instead of just leaping to the platforms. So his claws are extra sharp. So it's important to let him be the one to approach, you know? Don't want to startle him, don't want him to feel like he's in danger at all. So there's the thing that we need the key for. The person-faced dog dug up for us. Haven't missed something hiding somewhere. Do 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 do. You'd think the key would be hiding somewhere in here. The target area to click some things is unreliable. So there was the note on the table that I think the mother took. that implied that the mom wanted her to break up with somebody. See the envelope that it was in. Oh, I scared myself by closing the door accidentally. Was trying to click stuff and accidentally hit the door. Computer needs a password. We need a password, we need a key, and we need a beer. Oh no, I found the mother popping up through the door out of nowhere to be the most startling. And the most disconcerting was when the dog switched to having an old man's face to thank us for giving it food. Nothing over there. Some trash. Else in here. There are many objects that we need to locate. Rotating between all of the locations. Nico's room. I have to assume those stairs are decorative and it, you know, maybe it is. Maybe it's just a crawl space, but it's weird to have so much room dedicated to going up there with the stairway. Phone where we heard faint singing when it started calling us. Definitely missing something. But what? And where? There's nothing down that way towards the shrine. The door that doesn't go anywhere. I say door that doesn't go anywhere because there's nowhere in the house for it to go. We got the sickle and the charm from in here. Now, one aspect is things are only interactable once you need them, or once you could make use of them. almost like ink smudges over this, which is new since the old lady vanished. Like, before she left, there wasn't the signs of, like, plants on this. Takane's house. Well, if we can't find something, then we're nearing needing to look it up, so... hoping to find it before then. Can't get into any of the houses down the road. Actually, I think her name, the detective we're playing at, is her last name is Sato, so maybe those are like stories about her. Drawer. They're both houses we can't enter because they're the wrong place. All right. All right. looking. Okay, be right back real quick. See if get up and move around will help me think about this. All right, getting settled back in. No luck finding anything else about the game. Folks see anything or think of something, let me know. Kinda stuck. We are okay. So we are looking for these 3 missing children. We have been to each of their houses, and we've jumped through some hoops in like trading items and whatnot. We got the 2 pinwheels seem to be, I don't know, maybe they're like a good ending path kind of thing. Given the spacing, I expect there's like 3 or so. But and we've traded to get some of those, but we've gotten little information on one. We do know that some of their things have shown up at other houses. Like we found the charm, little kind of backpack charm, cell phone strap kind of thing, in a storage room at a different kid's house. But right now we're looking for a computer password to get into one of the kids' computer. We're looking for a key to get into a box or a canister or something like that that the human-faced dog dug up for us after we gave it dog food. And then we're looking for a beer to give to the old businessman that has appeared near the police station, though we don't really have a reason to do anything for him, so that might be a red herring. There's our police friend that will help us teleport around. The dog is gone. We need a key to get into the thing that dog dug up for us. And usually, if it's something that we can pick up, a big white arrow will appear over top of it. And sometimes glitches and things that we can no longer touch still have the arrow. But most of the stuff, everything I can think of that we have picked up, shows a little arrow like this. Sometimes we can only pick it up the next time we see it, like once we need it. There's the father of one of them that drinks with his right eye. Asking him for booze does not get us booze. Well, talking to him is just like, hey, if I can help you, let me know. Exactly. Exactly. You know, drinking as one would. There is the second article that seems to be about her and her kid's death. See, one would think you could get to his fridge, but they've got a microwave, a stove, and nothing else. We've got a whole lot of Doctor Who going on in the architecture of these places. Like maybe the fridge is in that room. So this is where we need the... Oh, okay, sorry. This is a second place we need a key for this locked drawer here. Man, that is a glossy ceiling. I just noticed that. It's like a mirror finish. Beverage. Exactly, Abaddon. Nobody else can boast of such a well-polished ceiling. Okay, so we traded the snacks to the strange kid at the ramshackle house near the shrine, Akiko's house, to get the dog food, which we gave to the dog out here. Terribly useless flashlight. I mean, a lot of the places that we're at are not shocking that a kidnapping or missing people have occurred. Look, this is one building, one contiguous building. So we have a whole lot of second floor that we can't get to. But this is the weirdest part of the house. This little curly Q here. Because that's like 2 people could stand shoulder to shoulder in this spot here. Behind this, it's like a shed, but it's fully attached all the way up to the second floor. Like this is just an alcove under it. It's weird. Like it's not implausible, but it's not impossible. It just feels implausible. It's a very but why structure. We gave the food to the dog that looked like it was laying dead in front of this. And they said, it's like, oh, it's still breathing. It must just be old. We gave it the food. It popped to its feet, walked over here. Here-ish. Where is it? So dark. Okay, probably here. Dug this up. Which is like a little locked box. And then revealed that it had a human face instead, thanked us for the food, like spoke to us and thanked us for the food, and walked off this way and vanished. We had to run around the second place to get the charm out of the storeroom at the second house. In order for the lady to let us in here. This is the one that has the computer that we need the password for. This picture has a clickable icon on it, but we haven't been able to click it since we first looked at it, when it described that this girl has a boyfriend, and it seems that they like each other. Like, she still has the picture up, it's got the little heart thing on it. They look happy, but up here on the desk, check the doors. There was a letter here that seems to have come out of this envelope that talked about how, in very broken English, it seemed like the mother wanted her to break up with him. The exact why was not made clear because, again, the sentences were off. Sign of a kitchen or anything that could conceal alcohol. No sign of keys. Checked the floor in the yard. This is where the strange dancing child that wanted the box of masks. They looked like maybe like medical masks, you know? which upon giving him the mask, it was like, thank you, my family can be safe and stop worrying now. Gave us one of the pinwheels and left. We can't get fully behind that place. Boxes that we can't interact with. Garbage bags. Air conditioning units. Nothing down here anymore. Seems like that was just give the masks to the kid in order to get the pinwheel. That direction is down to the police car, which is effectively the end of the street. Little police station here. This guy's our save point. Let's do another attempt here. Something we're missing, and it's blank to me, so we're gonna try to look it up again. Okay. We're going to do another sweep because if you look in the buttons, we have movement, interact, flashlight, run, and inventory. Conspicuously, this button is not there. I wonder if we can see something underneath something using this. I've not yet found any descriptions of how to get past the spot that we're at, but being able to get closer to the floor might help. So once more into the loop. Sadly, the flashlight is a old school gaming flashlight, so it only lights up what we're looking at. It does not light up the environment outside of that. I don't know what these smudges might spell or be shaped as, but they appeared when the old woman that was walking around here vanished. The child in the house says they don't have a grandma, that the implication being that's not somebody related to them. This is where we found the charm. We found the key to the front door around back here. Right in this vicinity. do. There's the kid that we traded snacks for dog food. Disconcerting radio. Filthy kitchen. I mean, the change of perspective does help us feel like, we've seen everything, but would expect that the little arrow would appear because it has been pretty reliable. Okay, that might be a thing. So we did just save it, so we're going to quit out a moment. So apparently you can ask the father about the key being missing. But that it can get stuck. So maybe a reload will fix that. It would feel less bad if it was because of a glitch. Okay. We're gonna quit all the way out. Apparently this is not an uncommon bug. And it is something that can trigger. It seems like if you don't follow the man in and ask him right away, it can get stuck this way, is that some other quest trigger will kind of stomp on it. Let's go upstairs. There's apparently a good and a bad ending, Abaddon. Desk is locked. Apparently, this is a linchpin. We need to be able to do this. Okay, so unfortunately, this is a game breaker, if you get this. So we're going to pop out, and we're going to sprint through some of this stuff. Round 2. Okay, pixelated detective screen. This is our character. She answers the phone. The police officer says, "Hey, come and help us. There's missing children." "We'll see you there." Slowly fades to black. I did not notice that that was a still image over top of what we were doing. So we notice that there is no press C to crouch. It might be that that's something that they removed the need for later. We come in. We talk to this guy. It forces us to talk to this guy. He's like, "Hey, there's missing high school students. We think it might be a kidnapping. They were talking to each other before, so we're not sure. Hey, go talk to the guy in the back." First, I want to save the game. Talk to this guy. He stands up in a very strange fashion. Pops up, gets too close to us, talks to us. We get startled. Sure, talk to him. He's like, "Hey, let's go check on these other locations. Let's go check on Mizuki first." We go out the door. He walks like definitely a human being while following us. It's the door. We don't actually get into the car. We have to talk to him and tell him we should go to Mizuki's house, the only option we have. He's waiting out here. He doesn't want to follow us. We go over here. We ring the bell. There's silence. Old lady pops out of the door. She doesn't want to talk to us because we're not the police. We talk to him, tell him to do his job. He's very reluctant to do his job. He walks like a human being over here and stands next to the door. He doesn't actually do anything. We step aside from the door because it's disturbing when the old lady pops out right in our face. We hit the bell again. She pops out. "You've got a police officer. I'm not going to let you in. I don't care." "That's too bad. We can't help it. Let's go to the other place." We go to the other place. We arrive here. We jog down the road. We're going to look at the first newspaper. It talks about the death of a middle schooler whose name ends in Sato, which I believe is the last name of the character. The main character. That is the road up to the shrine where we can put the pinwheels. So far, there has been a red and a green pinwheel, one that we can get from the strangely dancing masked boy, and one we can get from the old man who's ineffectually pulling weeds for a terrible hourly rate of under $1 an hour. This is the definitely human old lady. Oh, no, okay, these smears were there beforehand. We talk to her. She is startled, thinks that being startled will hurt her back. Tell her, "Can we look in the house?" She's like, "Oh yeah, they've been asking, the kid's been acting strangely lately. I hope they're okay." Like, "Yeah, sure, you can go look around." We go over to the front door. We have to check that and determine that it was locked. Oh no, it's not actually locked. Okay. That's weird. We didn't get a key. Thought that door was locked. Ah, okay, there we go. That's the locked door. Go in here. This phone will ring later. Later, a kid will appear here, the kid that wants snacks in exchange for dog food. Well, he doesn't actually exhibit that he wants it. We just notice that he has dog food. The girl's door is locked. This lady is shambling around the garden. Talk to her. She's surprised again. Tell her the door is locked. Where's the key? It's around here somewhere. It's right here. We can only pick it up from a particular distance and particular angle. There we go. We have the key. we take the key back inside. We're playing in fast forward right now. We re-equip the key. We open the door. There's the creepy sound here. We can see that her school bag has graffiti all over it. We have the creepy radio. We can turn that off. We can pick up the key to the shed. We now have the key to the shed. I can't. Oh, that's right. Starts ringing. Who's calling? We can hear faint singing in the background. The lights get inexplicably dark, and we can see a kid here. Kid tells us that his parents are gone. 3 spooky tokens, huh? When will the kids get back? Doesn't know. I have dog food. Why do you have that? You come down. He doesn't want to talk to us anymore. We leave. We're having to play through this again because we ran into a game breaker, so I'm narrating a bit of the fast forward if you're wondering why. We have the storage key. We open the door. We unlock the door. She's still shuffling around totally like a human being. We pick up the charm. We can't pick up the sickle yet. We'll need that later. Jog back over to the very strange policeman. We go back to Mizuki's house because now we have Mizuki's charm, which will make the mother believe that she should let us in. Oh, sorry. We need the charm equipped when we ring the doorbell so that she pops out and says, "Where did you find that? It's Mizuki's. I guess I can let you in." We go in. He's standing right there thinking about Mizuki. Go in. We open her door. We can check the picture that shows her boyfriend. They look happy. We see that she has a password access required. Now, we see that. Check. Her computer is locked. You know the password. She doesn't know it. Would always have to ask Mizuki for the password whenever I wanted to use it. This radio turned on. It is spooky. See, I wonder if we got roadblocked again. But we go upstairs. Check here. This is a box of masks. I presume that these are like, again, face masks, medical masks. So we have this letter. Now, did you hear the door click when we did that? So please break up with me. I regret dating Seichiro. It's embarrassing to tell everyone. Seichiro doesn't have the money or the brain. You can't do sports, right? I don't need you in my life. My mom says she should break up with you. I'm sure there's some sort of grammar in there somewhere. But a lot of those sentences don't work. I knew it was going to happen, and it still got me. She's upset you're in her room. Suki went to meet up with her friends. She went to Kane's house. You should go there instead. Open the door. We go out. So I'm hoping that we didn't need to do something in a different order to get that password, because that would block us again later. Go out here. We talk to Inspector Creepy. We now go to Kane's house. We have the old man. He's working on pulling weeds. He'll give us something nice if we give him a way to actually do this easier. I clicked too many times. These doors we can't go through, they're the wrong place. We walk up this terribly overgrown ramp of dirt up to some terribly overgrown and poorly maintained stone steps. Go up to an overgrown yard, around to this house, which is a relatively nice house. We knock on the door, nobody's home. We trot back out, around the corner, down the stairs, and we see this guy has arrived. This very human man has arrived. What do we want? We're looking for a kid. He is also troubled by the fact that his daughter is missing. That is a very human reaction to go with his very human proportions in posture and way of standing idle. No, maybe we can find something in the house. Come with me. Oh man, his arms bend wrong. It's like they bend at the end of his shirt sleeve as well as sort of at the elbow. Oh, look at his left arm. Telling you, creatures in human suits. Goes inside. We're going to immediately go in. We're going to talk to him here. He'll say, let me know if you need something. Go up the stairs. Go into Kane's room. Check the drawer. It's locked. Back down. And we immediately talk to him. Yeah. I had mentioned that earlier, like an Egger suit. It's locked. Do you have the key? No, I don't. Well, I remember she would always hide things behind some furniture when she was little. That was when she was a child. That is definitely an editing bug, or text issue. Like that text wasn't reviewed for correctness. So she hid stuff behind furniture. We take these snacks. We'll need them later. We read the paper in case it's relevant. I forgot to read the paper at the other place, but actually, no, I didn't. And we have to look behind furniture, I guess. Snacks away so they don't, obstruct our field of view. Turn off staticky radio. That's what needed to happen. Since that dialogue didn't happen, we got stuck. Okay, so it also might not be here because we found stuff in each of the different houses, like, Mizuki's charm at Akiko's house. So we got the dialogue prompt that she hides stuff behind furniture. Okay, great. So we've got the snacks. We're going to go back to Akiko's. Inside, we're going to check around for furniture. What things might be hid behind? But first, have some snacks. No, that's a mask. Not what he wants. Snacks. Here, I want that dog food. Give it to me. Okay, thank you. Hey, by the way, I don't see your grandma around. Where'd she go? We don't have a grandma. Isn't that spooky? And we did get a spooky noise when that happened. We have the dog food. She never claimed to be. Grab the sickle. The old man will want that. I just want to make sure I read that first newspaper. Just in case it becomes relevant later. We don't have any pinwheels, so I have nothing to offer at the shrine. Walk, 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 walk. Let's go back to the police station. We'll put down a save. That should also reveal man what wants beer. Yep. Happened. I'm very tired, and the stores aren't open this late. I want a beer. Bring me a beer. Save the game. Off by frame rate issue. Over here. I'm going to go to Mizuki's house. Here, we're going to go straight inside first. Can't click that yet. Okay, not her room. Haven't found anything as far as where that key could be, but, you know, we've at least raised the flag that might reveal it. We're going to keep giving this game a try. It's clearly buggy. It's not too surprising. Again, kind of smallish studio, you know? Okay, here's the definitely not dead dog laying there. Still breathing. I guess he's just old. Take the dog food. We give the dog the food. He hops up. Definitely a dog. Got kind of an old retriever look to it. Walks over, digs up some stuff. We reach to touch it. Thanks for the food. Can't open that without a key. And the man-faced dog is another one of those sort of yokai or yokai adjacent thing. Kind of a Japanese cryptid almost. Okay, so now we have 2 places that we need keys from. Well, that we need keys for. We have the strange boy down here that we can give the box of masks to. But I'm going to talk to him first, see if we can get some insight as to why. He's doing his little kicky foot dance. Windmill doesn't spin. Are you wearing a mask? I'm glad you asked. Okay. My family and I are struggling with the mask shortage. Ah, okay, okay. So this is during a particular time where there was a need for masks that I won't say because it might put like, hey, we're gonna pseudo flag this video because it might contain information about the thing where masks were necessary. Can't live without them. That's why I'm using an actual mask so that we can save on this stuff. Look, I have a whole box full. There you go. Here, have a pinwheel. Back to Kane's house. Looking for things that might be behind things. We'll once over around the house. We're going to talk to the father again to make sure his dialogue has triggered. Dialogue vanished, but who knows? We got the it's locked dialogue. It glitch again. There it is. And there's the beer. Not the first time, like the mother. Why you do this, man? Hmm. What is he saying? Now stay down there, right, sir? You're not gonna like pop up and spook us? They were fighting again. They were yelling at each other, and I can't sleep. Dad was mad about what Mom made for dinner. I thought it tasted good. Again, I'm honestly getting tired. Dad was upset about Mom buying a bag online. Why can't she reward herself once in a while? Mom was the loud one this time around. Dad's been drinking recently and is wasting money for God knows what. Then Dad made some excuse about how it's not fun coming back home and how dinner tastes. What is going on? Today's my birthday, and neither of my parents remember it. Not even a single word of celebration. Just fighting as always. I'm getting sick of it. What's sickening is that they were angry because of my falling grades. Although it's been on a steady decline, I can still pass and I'm just below the average. All they want is a reason to fight and complain about each other. Don't they ever get tired of fighting? I feel as if I don't have a home. I'm starting to lock myself up in my room every time one of them comes back. I don't want to hear their voices anymore. Every night, I wish my life was a little happier. Just a little is fine. Today's fight was something else. I overheard something I shouldn't have. They said they wouldn't be here together if I weren't born. They also said that if I was born before they that I was born before they married. I'm sure that's what they said. How come they never talked to me about it? I feel unwanted, like I shouldn't exist. I don't feel right to be in this world. I want to hide the key behind a piece of furniture again, but I hid it inside my pillow this time. Just so I don't forget, I'll write this down. Mizuki said that I should let the dog handle the hiding, but why trust a dog? key get. Hey, buddy. You doing okay? Okie dokie. Progress has been made. So then let's see here. We're going to go to Mizuki's house. Box key. The computer password. Do. Gonna swing by the police station. Have some beer, sir. Lord Hallelujah. You are my hero. Here, please take this. I'm sure this is what you were looking for. Thank you so much. And he kind of sidles off like a human. We're going to go to Akiko's house because we haven't had the blue pinwheel before. Oh, wait, let's go get the green pinwheel too. And we'll save it while we're at it. Just to Kane's house. Sickle over to the old man cutting grass. There you go. Have any money? Here, I found this on the ground. Take it. I mean, that's true, Abaddon. The head bobbing motion, like, you almost get sort of a limp or a lurch kind of feel to it. I'm going to go to the police station so that we can save it, then to Akiko's house so we can drop off the pinwheels, then to Mizuki's house so that we can use the computer password. Okay, from here on out, we're caught up and moving into new territory. Jog down this way to the shrine. Red one, blue one, green one. It seems to be satisfied. Okay. We did a thing. Walk, 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 walk. Okay, off to Mizuki's house with the password. the email. The email says, Mizuki, I heard you broke up with your boyfriend. Are you okay? I remember you would tell me no much you love him. Guess how much you love him? I'm a little worried. Emoji. So the sweating emoji. Talk to me anytime. I would gladly help you out. View the chat. This was before they vanished. Some other kids noticed them in a private chat. I don't know how they noticed that, but it was noticed. In a strange chat box, it says, Mizuki, don't forget to bring it. I know. That park, right? Don't be late. Ugh. Just, ugh. Okay. Police station first to save game and then park. Bit of a lurch when it saves. Park. Oh boy, this is a park that I'd want to go to. That is the top ramen that was in a great big pile at Akiko's house. Walk, walk, walk. Your traditional parkside stony ravine. Easy access to an old derelict pier. Definitely a place you'd want to send your kids to play. You know, it's got convenient access to Al's Rusty Needle Emporium. I feel like we're gonna find King Kai's planet at the end of this pier. Okay. So, we have 3 kids with ropes with cinder blocks tied to them. I'm most concerned about the thing on the left. Because, one of these things is not like the others. The ropes look like they might have been cut. I'm so glad I found them. I took a breather and left the park. After the incident, I decided to keep in touch with the girls about Akiko's bully situation. I contacted the parents in the school. It seemed like they have found evidence of bullying. It would be nice if the bullying ends entirely from there. I also called 189 to report child neglect. Soon Akiko and her sister went into temporary custody. A lot of things happened so suddenly. Akiko often tells me, everything will be alright as long as you're here with me, Sato-san. So yeah, those newspapers were about Sato's kid. Kane. Her parents seem to have officially divorced. Custody is said to be with the mother. I was worried about Kane's feelings. She looked surprisingly clear. She says she will meet up with her dad often. I'm happy to hear that. As for Mizuki, after the incident, she decided to talk to Seichiro again. The strange letter was found to have been sent by her mother and told that to Seichiro. It's tricky. It seems that Mizuki's mother didn't want her to go out with Seichiro because she felt that he's not a good match for her. They decided they'd hang out once more now that the misunderstanding has been resolved. Now they're in the process of persuading her mother. It won't be long before the mother accepts them, trying to catch up with all the text. I couldn't save my son Takumi then. He's no longer here. How many times have I told myself that? But the truth is, he's been there with me all along. Thanks to Takumi, I was able to find these people, I am certain. I had many regrets since he died, however. From here on, I will live as if he's living inside me. I looked up at the sky, the same beautiful starry night as the night of the incident. Mom, you did your best. I could hear a slight voice somewhere. I feel like we got the good ending. And I feel like that is Pinwheel related. Because the Pinwheels were all side quests. Get the, take the mask to the little boy, take the sickle to the old man, and take the beer to the businessman. All things that you wouldn't have to do. The screen goes strangely green. Twice. Oh. Okay, that feels like a needless thing. I mean, at least it's not flashing quickly. Chilla's art supporter posters. I wondered about that. All those anime character posters. Yeah, Mega. There was one that was like a bunny girl with Mega under it. Highlight supporters. Thank you to all our Patreon supporters. I mean, it is. This is truly the sort of student group, development group that is an indie group. Like, they're doing their best. That's why the wonky translation and some art errors are kinda to be expected. But what you folks think? If you're not familiar, this is the same development group that did Parasocial. And they've done a couple of other kind of unsettling, spooky games. If I had to guess on the endings, I'm guessing that you would not have found them on the pier. when you got there. But nice. Button. This button. Yeah, I would have liked it to be spookier. You know, a little bit more. Jump scare wise, there wasn't a lot to it. The character models were unsettling, but I don't think much of that is intentional. It's much more that they're not like super high fidelity models in some of the ways that they're rigged and their moving is a little off, and it creates that unsettling vibe. I don't feel like they were going for that. They were trying to lean into the uncanny valley, you know? But, you know, playing these blind, you don't necessarily know what kind of creepy you're going to get. Yep. Oh man, I just noticed this. That is an old school computer mouse. Look at that. That thing is angular and chonky, and it's got two very big clicky buttons. It's the kind of mouse that you'd expect to have a mechanical key click when you use it. Yep. And they made a good point. The one that was taken out, that she said she called like protection, child protection. That was the house that the whole kitchen was like a wreck. Everything was like top ramen cups. The little kid was on the stairs with dog food, and inside Akiko's room, her school bag had like text scribbled all over it, and the detective, when she encountered it, said it was graffiti. So her home was like derelict. It was just like a ramshackle hut, and the and it seemed like they were alone. Like their parent, the little kid's phrasing on it seemed to be that their parents weren't coming around anymore. Kane's household seemed to be dysfunctional. Like the parents didn't really want to be together, and it was starting to really erode the household. Mizuki seemed to be that the mother was interfering in her relationships. So of them, Mizuki was having the least trouble of them, but it's still that sort of like, you can see the social troubles they're having and how they were impacting the kids. So it's good. And, you know, we didn't have to see the negative aftermath of that. Yeah. I mean, if it's set, it looks like it's set in Japan, given the little mini police station. And other possible indicators, like the very eclectic beverage vendors. I feel like the idea of them needing more like, you know, masks for health and such is more common, but it really did have the the sort of vibe that it was, you know, that time. But still, pretty good, pretty good. Still, the creepiest moments for me was when the mother bursts into her room when you're snooping around. And the most unsettling moment was when the dog like switched over to the dog, the man-faced dog out of nowhere. It was just like, what happened? Yep. This really was. This was verging on like thriller territory. Not quite, because it wasn't, you know, very actiony intense, but it was kind of a, I'm trying to think. It's that sort of grounded mystery, you know. So decent. I think this is our, yes. It's hard to say. Like the graphics at the very end weren't clear, but it seems like either they were just getting to it and weren't ready to actually do it, or that they backed off because all the ropes seemed like they were cut. And at least one of them was still anchored to the pier. So, again, it's, if I had to guess, it's that you get all 3 pinwheels at the shrine is what does it. Which is good. I think this is the last Chilla's art that we have, as far as things that are queued up for Spooky Month. We still have lots of time to fill out with more games. So we also have some that are already queued up. So eventually I will probably be pinging Discord for more suggestions so that we can ride out the rest of the month with sufficient spook. With that said, tomorrow, I believe, not tomorrow, Saturday, we are doing, I think, Paranormal VHS. Double check. Good opportunity for me to bring up the screen so I can set up a raid here as well. Okay, yes. On Saturday, not tomorrow. We're going to be playing Paranormal VHS, which is, it was described as kind of walking simulator, so it is atmospheric. You know, maybe jump scares, but also maybe just ambient horror kind of thing. We'll see. And then on Sunday, we're doing another Monster Hunter World collab. We're going to do that for a while because it's a fun game. Let's see, who is streaming right now? Okay. Don't know what that one necessarily is. Oh, okay. But Mim is playing again, so let's swing on over to Mim. All right, folks, I do hope you had a good time tonight. Said we'll be playing again on Saturday. If you liked what you saw and you would like to see more, please like and subscribe down below. It will help the algorithm suggest this kind of thing to you again in the future. Additionally, you can also find my Linktree, which has links to my Discord server, where you can do things like look at pet pictures and suggest additional games. There are also links to my Patreon and my Ko-fi account. said, good night, and I hope the rest of your evening is good as well. Do buttons.